Here we are at Greystone Stairs on the way to the Cathedral. Now, otherwise known as Grecian Stairs, and one wonders why in an area predominant for Roman inhabitants, why we're talking about anything Greek. It's actually part of our hidden Arcadia. Grecian Stairs is a corruption of Greasing Stairs. Greasing is a word that survives in the architectural word Greece, and even more importantly in the word degrees. For not only does the word degree mean one of a series of steps in a process relating to the 33-degree Masonic ladder, but also to a step in a direct hereditary line of descent or ascent, the rose line. Now, to ascend Greystone or Grecian Stairs as we're about to, is to ascend a mysterious symbolic ladder of spiritual journey. Our ascension up these steps is our ascension up a biblical Jacob's ladder, and it will lead us to Greystone Place, once known as Grecian Stairs and Grecian Place. When we get there, to our immediate right, we arrive at the top of the summit of the climb, which is the St Margaret's burial grounds, where we find our Lincoln da Vinci marker tomb. So, here we go. It's rather like the climb up Glastonbury Tor as a spiritual initiation. I think the gradient's something like 1 in 4. This is our Masonic Jacob's ladder. Every step being a run. Here we are, just looking down the Greystone or Grecian Stairs. And here we have the old name place, Grecian Place, confirming that for some reason it's not quite clear. We have some Greek connection in a predominantly Roman area. It is, of course, the hidden Grecian Arcadia. Now we're looking at St Margaret's burial grounds, where the martyr tomb is. Here once stood a 12th century church dedicated to St Margaret. Now, St Margaret was a shepherdess and a virgin saint, but strangely enough, catering of pregnant women. Her demise was through beheading. Now, when we take a look at the kneeling Magdalene in the Rennes Church, you clearly see a skull, which to me is indicative of beheading, or if you like, a burial ground, because here we are in St Margaret's burial ground. St Margaret went everywhere with a cross, holding a cross identical to the one that the kneeling Magdalene also holds. Now, at the Rennes-le-Chateau church altar, again the kneeling Magdalene bas relief. If we draw a straight line through the eye level and continue through the centre of her cross, it actually arrives at the 28th inner tomb design, more or less confirming our 7 times 4 equals 28, Father's cross, horse of God, falling night, which we looked at hidden in the mercy seat. This is leading us to the plot number 28, 28 being the number of the 28th day, continuing cycle in the uterus that leads to pregnancy. Now, only a few hundred yards away from here, In 2005, electricians laying cables found the tomb of a beheaded woman. It was dated 14th, 15th century. There's no record whatsoever that this tomb should ever have been there. Nobody knows exactly who the female was, but it strikes us as being a red herring in our search, and a strong hint because of the beheading. But we really need to be over at St Margaret's, the beheaded shepherdess. Below our marker tomb appears to be a crypt, which was once housed by the church, no longer standing, of course, demolished in 1781. That Poussin 10 years hold the key piece. Here we are again at St Margaret's burial ground. We've looked at the Poussin connection and his depiction of a pregnant shepherdess in the Arcadia scene. If we study Tenier's cabinet of Archduke Leopold, we find a magnificent painting containing 50 or so within it. But now the centrepiece in this original version, which has later gone on to become the property of the Habsburgs no less, highlights St Margaret's, and to the top right of the frame of this picture hangs a green drape. Now, the place name of St Margaret's burial grounds happens to be the Green. I think this is explaining why Teniers holds the key piece. Shepherdess No Temptation, that Poussin Teniers hold the key piece. 681 by the cross on this horse of God, I complete this guardian demon at midday, blue apples. 681 is actually the equally spaced numerals on this sundial. We're at the east sundial, 30 foot up the buttress of the southeast corner of the transept, facing the east porch of the cathedral. It's also important the word imp in the word imputantor. Completing the word imp is also completing this guardian demon. Well, of course, it's a Lincoln imp inside the cathedral.